Yo, 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 welcome back once again. Back like we never left. Know it's been a couple of days. Didn't mean to leave y'all too lonely. But A1 Forever Sports, cooler and flyer too. Why settle for less when you have more with a vision? And with that in mind, we have a special guest in here to talk a few sports with us. Game 2 reaction, Warriors and Celtics reaction right here, an analysis. I want him to go ahead and introduce himself. Has his own special channel, and he would like to tell you guys about it. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Appreciate you for having me, man. Oh yeah. This is Ernest Moore. You can check my channel out, More to Live For. You can find some great interviews covering a range of topics from autism, sickle cell, North Carolina prison reform, and people who've been in North Carolina prison, just telling their stories and things like that that can help the youth. We also highlight successful men and women. That's been pretty fun. So, that's what you can expect on More to Live For. So check it out. You get the chance. But we're about to talk about these sports right here, and I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get into a little sports. Game 2 reaction. So, I didn't do one for game 1 for multiple reasons, responsibilities and plus overreactions. People was going to overreact. Hopefully they got that out their system and whatnot. But and then plus, it's just one game. But I feel like, both game 1 and 2 was similar about the third quarters. The Warriors pretty much have been winning the third quarter. And Steph Curry just going for that MVP, man. 63 points in the first 2 games. Saying he's really trying to cancel out any doubts from like how previous years for him not getting the MVP. Right now, averaging 31.5 in these 2 games. And also, he's 12 for 26 from the 3-point line right now, but his higher percentages are straight away into the right wing at 50% and 57% respectively. So I think Curry is a man on a mission right now.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I can agree with that. And as far as his MVP, his Finals MVPs, that's the only thing he really ain't got. I mean, some would say that he should have got it the year that they won it. In 15, the year Iguodala got it.
Iguodala got it. Yeah,
he got it because he defended LeBron. Same reason Kawhi got it when he was with the Spurs. We're gonna be totally honest. I mean, even though he was good, but I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. But I don't think Curry really has anything to prove. But capturing this finals MVP would be something special for him. That's the only thing that he ain't got. But as far as like what I've been seeing from these first 2 games, I definitely think game 2. I think his approach. I think it was a little more methodical. You know what I mean? Like he didn't just come out firing like he did the first game, and he kind of saved it for that third quarter. You know how the Warriors do in that third quarter. So I think that's kind of what we saw last night. And like you said about people overreacting about game 1, I'm gonna try not to do that about game 2. But I mean, that's what we saw in game 1. It's just they took their foot off the gas. So we definitely can agree that this next game, game 3, it definitely might be the game that decided the whole series. For the simple fact, Boston record after losses. So
yeah, that's true. I know Golden State has a new record themselves of I think 5-0 after losses as well too. But yeah, Steph, man, of course, like you said, Iguodala, he got the MVP for doing what he does. And also KD, when he was over there, it was just, I still feel like the offense ran through Steph, but let's just be honest. KD was just free to do what he wanted. And that was another reason why he was able to get that MVP. I think he averaged, about 30 some odd points that series, about 31, 32, somewhere in that area. So, that was another thing. But this, like I said, I think he's trying to cancel out any doubts at all, and as far as like having anything to prove, he can still climb up that ladder because, a lot of people don't even have him top 10 of all time. And it's still
I
even.
can't put him in the top 10, not to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I can't put him in the top 10 either. Only because I have. It's like, okay, when you make a top 10, who can I take out of that top 10? To put in Curry, even if he wins this championship
First of all,
and MVP.
check this out. We ain't even gonna touch on this, but as far as that top 10 list, these analysts that we hear, they saying if Curry can get in at number 10, that's taking Kobe out. How he get at number 10, that's another conversation.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on another time, man. But going back,
he ain't top 10.
Nah, I mean, not yet. But like I said, we'll talk about that another time. Going back into the game, though, as far as like the Warriors all season, that third quarter has normally been their quarter when they try to take off on like every team this season. It's just been like a pattern all year from the beginning to up to now. And
dynasty.
Yeah, it's a formula. Formula. And but okay. Going right into the next thing, Jason Tatum, man. Jason Tatum right now is kind of like, I don't know what's going on, 11 for 36 for the series right now. And that just simply can't happen because he is their best player regardless. And I see him scratching and clawing. I've been scratching and clawing about Tatum becoming a superstar. And he's just right now, let's just say, not making me look good at all by thinking that, but it's just he got to get it going because they don't win this series without Tatum. I don't care what anybody else is doing.
It's that plus minus that I seen. I mean, that really does look bad on paper, but I mean,
yes.
I mean, we seen it ourselves the last game. Well, he had 2 attempts, two shots the whole second half.
Man, it just can't happen. It can't. He needs more attempts and everything. He needs more touches, but it wasn't just that he wasn't getting touches. Golden State brought that defense and they brought toughness, the tenacity. They had a different energy from game one because I believe that they feel, as they should feel, that they really let one go. That fourth quarter was just magical for Boston because you see Al Horford came back down to earth, 2 points. Marcus Smart will score. And
I think Boston can't win without him being on. That's what I think.
You said was Smart?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Smart is definitely one of my keys to Boston capturing the championship. I mean, Tatum and Brown, of course, but as far as like X factors go, yeah, definitely him. And then also, man, the health of Robert Williams, man. He's also questionable for the next game. Just to throw that out there too. So I mean,
Warriors ain't got no big man like that. So I
ain't gonna lie to you. The Looney's been doing his thing, man.
Yeah, he's been doing his thing, but I mean, who would you rather have between them two? So
who would I rather have between them two?
Looney is good, but I mean,
a healthy Robert Williams, of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Right now, give me Looney. Shoot, he's the most healthiest. He can move the best. And honestly, you don't have Robert Williams. Okay, so who you got to throw in there? Tice? No, thank you. Who else I got to get in there? Grant Williams? Again, no, thank you. Because those guys still got to go up against this same guy, Looney. And you really don't want to put Horford against him either because he's going to wear Horford down, who just turned 30.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
36.
This playoff Horford, though.
Okay, who scored 2 points.
Who D'd up KD in a critical moment.
Man, we in the finals. Can we talk about people in the finals?
Exactly. We're talking about Looney. That's what we're talking about, Looney. So, nah.
I mean, Looney's not the biggest offensive threat, but the fact about him battling with boards, Horford don't want to battle that man with boards all game. That's not. I can't say
that.
I'll stand on that.
A healthy Horford and him on this game, nah.
Man, I'm talking about Horford right now. Horford, game 3, Horford don't want to be battling in there with him all the game. He don't want to do that. He don't want to.
What was it, game 1?
You said, where was it? Game one? Shoot, he
Yeah.
was out there at the 3-point line acting like he was Steph Curry. I'm
So if he
talking
do
about
that this
for
game,
real. But he came back
obviously
down to
Looney
earth.
came. What was Looney at? That's what I'm saying.
In the post, where he supposed to be.
Exactly.
In the post. He ain't going out there for what?
Exactly.
For Draymond. Speaking of Draymond, too, by the way, congratulations to him passing Larry Bird and the late great Kobe Bean Bryant for assists in the NBA Finals. So he is in the top 10 now, Draymond. And if he keeps going, he may even pass John Havlicek. So he got a couple to be behind him. So shout out to Draymond, just real quick, just since we're on the subject of Warriors and Celtics and everything.
But you ain't getting away from this Al Horford and Looney comparison, though.
I mean, I just leave it at this. You like
you can't
Horford,
say
I
you
like
would take
Looney.
Looney over Al Horford. You
I
can't
would.
say that.
I would.
You don't mean it.
In my heart.
You don't mean it.
I'm talking about right now, and for what I need Looney.
You don't mean
it. Hey, man. Yes, I said you like Horford, I like Looney.
I don't like neither one of them. I'm just saying. It ain't no debate which one of them the better player. And having the better playoffs and the better
fight. I mean, of course, Horford is having the better playoffs, but I mean, I have Steph Curry. If I have Klay Thompson, all the rest of them, all I need is Looney. I don't need Horford. I don't need another person that's coming out there going to be taking up space on the perimeter.
That ain't what I'm talking about. We were talking about who the best between them two.
Well, I was saying that he don't want to battle with Looney in the post, and I stand on that.
And now that's the other way around.
Okay, and that's what you stand on. That's not going to change my opinion.
That's what I seen.
But that's not going to change my opinion.
You've seen it too.
That's not going to change my opinion. I seen 22 rebounds, and I seen 12 rebounds, and then I seen 14 rebounds, and then I seen 10 more and 11 more. All I'm talking about, and I'm just seeing just recently, Looney double digits again, back-to-back games. I ain't seeing double digits out of no forward.
What dominant big man has Looney seen?
He ain't got to face no dominant big man.
That's all I'm saying.
We're talking about right now.
That's all I'm saying. You change the narrative.
Who is we? I'm not changing the narrative. I'm still talking about Horford, and I'm still talking about Looney, and I'm still talking about that he don't want to be down there with Looney all game. That's my point.
And my point is, it's the other way around because Horford is battle tested, and we seen him banging big bodies all playoffs long, and we haven't seen Looney do that. Yes, Looney is good, but between them two and in the paint, that's all I'm saying.
The thing about it is 10 years ago, this same Al Horford didn't want to be down there. What make you think he's 10 years later that he wants to be down there? No, we ain't doing that, man. Nah.
So anyway, so we just seen this man battling Giannis for a series, but now we saying he don't want to battle Looney, but he just battled Giannis. That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, just want to be clear.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Not for 4 quarters. He don't want to see no part of that man down there because it's going to take away from his offense. That's the whole point. He battling with him on defense all game. What is he doing on offense? Down there with his mouthpiece hanging out his mouth because he tired. He don't want to do that. He 36, man. You think you want to be battling down there with that man if you 36 right now? Not all game.
He just did that with Giannis.
Move around.
He just did that with Giannis.
He not battling Giannis no more. That's one reason why he don't want to do it. The whole playoffs. This man is 36, not 26. What part of that are you not understanding? Father Time is undefeated, and he will never be defeated.
I definitely.
Looney is young.
Crystal clear.
Horford is old.
Exactly, and still.
I'm like, he don't 4 quarters, 48 minutes. That's what you want him to do down there doing.
You talking about Looney now? I just want to make sure that you clear on who you talking about.
We're talking about Horford and Looney.
That's
we actually don't got all the way off topic because I wouldn't even plan on talking about neither one of these two this long. Honestly, I'm trying to move on to a whole other setback. You try to talk about these two men who I'm not going to change my opinion about.
Right. Just want you to stand on it.
Oh, I'm standing on everything I say. Horford don't want to see Looney 4 quarters in that post. No. That's just where I'm at with it. That's just where I'm at with it. In the post, that's where you at. You're not able to move around, shoot your threes. No, that's not what he want to do. He never wanted to play that. He couldn't even do that in Atlanta. You think he gonna do it in Boston?
We watching him do it in Boston. That's why he in the finals.
He having a very nice playoffs, and I've given.
That's why he in the finals. We watching him do it in Boston.
Okay, I guarantee you he won't do it in Boston, and I guarantee you he won't do it in this whole series. I guarantee you he won't out-rebound Looney, and I guarantee you he won't bang with Looney.
Okay.
Guarantee it.
Okay.
We can come right back here a week later and say the same thing, and I'll be like, what happened? We're going to come right back here. Y'all, viewers, y'all stay tuned. We're going to be right back here a week from today. A week from today, and I'm going to ask what happened.
So you were right, man.
Watch, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man.
I'm gonna say you were right, man, because I knew if he could do that to Giannis, it ain't no way in the hell he could do that with Looney. I'm gonna say you exactly right. That's how the conversation gonna go. I'm gonna say you're exactly right. But see, we getting away from the original point, which is we both predicting Golden State to win. But
oh yeah,
I can't agree with you.
I got him in 6 though.
I got him in a gentleman's sweep, depending on how this next game go. But just because of everything you just said about Al Horford and they're going to be home, watch him do what he do.
12 points.
Who, Tatum?
Nah, Horford, 12 points. That's the highest I give him. That's the highest I give him. He coming back down to earth, man. I'm telling you. He gonna do good. He not getting no 26, man. He's not doing that no more. That's over. That was his birthday present. 26 from Horford. 22 in the fourth quarter from Horford. It's not going to happen again. You know that. That's not happening.
And you know that Giannis is a better opponent than Looney. You know that too.
Keep going back to this thing.
You getting away.
I'm not getting away from anything.
I can't let you get away from that.
Forward in the segment because I have other things I want to talk about. I'm not want to talk about Looney and Horford all day because we're actually running up on minutes. So, I mean, I'm trying to, continue the segment. That's all. I'm trying to get away from stuff that's not irrelevant at this point. That's all. So, well, basically what we're going to next is I wanted to get back into the Celtics, but not talking about Horford, but I want to move on to Jaylen Brown and Derek White. Jaylen Brown did not have over 20 points like he did in game 1. Derek White came all the way crashing back down to earth. Wasn't hitting all those threes like the first game. So I'm trying to figure out, do those two players bounce back or are they crashing down all the way down to earth?
Well, for one, they're going to be home, so I'm expecting both of them to have a good game.
What's the stat total? Give me some numbers.
Well, it depends. It depends. It depends on the whole game plan. It depends on which Tatum shows up. I can't necessarily say because we just seen him go what?
I'm worried about
2 for 10 in the first game, 2 for 12, something like
that. He was 3 for 17 the first game, 8 for 19 just in game 2. I'm saying, man, don't get me wrong. Game 2 was definitely better. You don't need no 3 for 17 though. Like I like Tatum a lot. But man, honestly, if he doesn't show up this game like fully, I'm talking about have a complete game for game 3, man, it's gonna be tough because they can't have any laps. They can't have any lapses. They really can't. And he is their best player. He is their best player, just like Curry, since the Warrior best player, but you see Curry showing up. But and Jaylen Brown, he's still scoring, he's showing up, but Tatum has still got to be that guy that's going to take them to the next level. Like I think he can, but he got to show it, man. But let's talk about who's been on the milk carton.
Klay.
Oh yeah. Klay Thompson, man, just watching him shoot lately has been tough.
Poole been stepping up, so it's like Poole taking his place, man.
Well,
Let's
Poole.
just be honest.
Well, Poole,
Let's just be honest.
he disappeared game one, but that game two, yeah, I like that. I like Jordan Poole, man. I like his game and everything. And that shot at the end of the quarter, man. Even Steph had to give him some props on that one. It was nice.
But I mean, I did really dive into something and really take a good look at something. He really, these whole playoffs, I mean, he saw some good guards that Memphis series, but definitely when he was getting all his minutes, that Dallas series, he wasn't really playing against no good guards. But see, Boston, they deep, as far as their defense go, they athletic. So that's why I think he was just a little shook up by the athleticism first game. And then, kind of figured out the second game. But we'll see.
Hey, finals all about adjustment. I don't want to get away from this real quick. You feel going forward that eventually, after all the waiting, all the preparation, all the commercials, all this, et cetera, they gonna move on from Clay for Jordan? Poole, that is.
I couldn't hear you say that. Say the question.
No, I was like, so do you feel like going forward? We ain't gonna say, we'll say 2 years. We'll say 2 years. In 2 years, will Jordan Poole replace Klay Thompson? After all the waiting, after all the commercials, after all the love and everything. And do you think that Steph would sign off on that? So I know it's like 2 questions in one, but I mean, it's,
like you said about Father Time being undefeated. I mean,
that much so.
He ain't Kobe, coming back from 2 major injuries like that. You know what I mean? So
Kobe
we'll
is
see.
Different bloodline.
We'll see how he look. I mean, he still look good, but I mean, obviously he ain't himself. But I mean,
yeah, it's lateral movements or
the replacement already there, and I can't see Golden State trying to get rid of him. But I mean, he'll still be in the rotation, but not starting. I can see that.
Okay.
I can do you one better.
What's that?
Let them lose 2 more games. We'll see that before the series over with.
Oh, talking about the Warriors lose 2 more?
No. We'll see that before this series over with.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. The Warriors lose.
But they got a way to start both. That's the only thing. They got a way to start both. I seen them tweet that lineup was both of them start. So that's the only thing.
They can definitely do that. They really can run a 3-guard set and have Wiggins at the 4 and Draymond at the 5. And I don't see them run small like that. So they definitely have the ability to. That's what I'm saying. When you have different lineups you can go at, it's just great, man. It's a gift and a curse at the same time, because eventually you're going to have to pay all these suckers. But it's a great, thing to have. And they definitely should be paying or extending Jordan Poole at the end of this season. I definitely feel like he's earning and earned it. So I definitely feel like they should pay him at the end of the season. I know he's like up for an extension or something like that, just how his contract and everything is. I think he's earned it, man. I really do. And as far as like that whole thing with Clay, to be honest, man, I feel like even at the end of this season, Clay has a lot of work in the offseason to do to get himself all the way back right. But he should have, through the roof confidence as long as he makes it through not only, the rest of this playoffs, but even off season without an injury. If he can do that and get more confidence, get his body back right, because it's going to take a minute. He had, 2 injuries on the same leg, I believe. Something like that.
Achilles and the ACLs.
Yeah, so it's just like he got to put some time in to get that right. But
that's why I was saying I could see them, easing them out of the lineup before they deal them away. You know what I mean? Just for they know why he's having this decline. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't just like he just out here stinking up the joint and nothing like that, which he still is not. But I mean, I really hate to get back to asking which player is better. I really do. But I got to. These finals.
Okay.
Jordan Poole or Klay Thompson. I mean, that's what it's going to come down to. I mean, if it come down to that in management, I mean, front office.
Well, to be honest with you, they were kind of neck and neck just because Clay's performance and Jordan's performance. I mean, because Jordan Poole only had like 3 points in the first game. Clay did have 15.
Yeah.
And but the second game, Clay only had like 11 or something like that, and Jordan did step up. So it's like they're almost neck and neck right now. But I do feel like the finals is going to kind of like be the telltale of it all, though, man, because I know he definitely, like I said, has some work to do in the offseason to get his confidence and everything back right in his body and everything. But Jordan Poole coming, man. I mean, that's just as simple as I can say it. Jordan Poole is coming regardless of what he's going through, regardless of what injury he had. Poole is on the way. And eventually Poole gonna have to be paid and rotated into the offense or another team. And in order to him, and I don't see him going to another team. So in order for that to happen, it may be we can all agree, we can agree on this more than anything else. These sports, it's a business first.
Yeah.
So a business decision may be like, hey, let's go ahead and integrate, Jordan more. Let's see what we can get for Clay. And me personally, I don't feel like Clay, I could be wrong, and if I am, but this is my take on it. I don't feel like you can put Clay on a team by himself and he taking them to the playoffs. And I've never feel like Clay was that type of player.
Nah, I'm agreeing. I'm saying nah. I don't think he is either. I don't think.
I'm just thinking.
I mean, definitely not now. But I'm thinking back. Nah, I can't even say back then because, like, I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, I really hate to say it. But this is a lights out shoot on every team if he can just catch and shoot. Not just saying that that's what he do, but I mean, that's all I could see him doing on another team.
Yeah, just being like a catch and shooter.
Yeah.
And I mean, eventually that gets old. That role gets old.
Because I mean, he really can't get his own shot. He definitely he can get his own shot, but like not consistent. I put it this way. Not like you said to build a whole team around.
Nah, I mean, the thing about it is Clay has never really just had crazy moves. I mean, once he get going in the flow of the game, like, on games where he just went crazy, like the game where he went crazy against the Bulls and stuff like that, he has his games and stuff, but as far as like just being that lights out player that just can turn a franchise around, I don't believe that he is that type of player. I think, if you put him on a team, eventually you're going to have to put some pieces, some real pieces, not no others, but some real pieces around him to help. And I mean, can you just think about it? I mean, take Steph away, take Jordan Poole away, Draymond away, and just throw some randoms on there real quick. Kelly Olynyk. I ain't trying to call nobody out, but I'm just saying, like, not no star caliber, as in, superstar. But and imagine putting them all over there.
You ain't even got to do all that. It was a point of this season that Steph and Draymond were hurt at the same time, right? And Clay was out there by himself, right?
Actually, no, Clay did not have to go through that. Only just because he came back so late.
Okay.
Yeah, only because he came back.
I thought he was because I remember Steph getting hurt and Draymond getting hurt, but I think it was him and Jordan Poole still.
Yeah, I about to say he did have Poole, and he had Wiggins still. So
yeah, exactly. So
but basically, I'm still saying good pieces here.
And slowly but surely, man, it's like, man, and it's sad to say, but I mean, I guess it's good for Steve Kerr. He can literally be the second best or the fourth or fifth best.
Yep, when it comes down to it.
But that's a good problem for Steve Kerr to have.
Yeah, it is. It is. If I'm not mistaken, what this would be, if the Warriors win, this would be what Kerr's 11th ring as a player and coach. Something like that, somewhere in that area.
How many he get with Mike? I forgot. I know he got two with the Spurs, though, right?
Yeah, he got like 2 with the Spurs, I think like 3 with Mike. Then of course, the Warriors, they got like 3. So I think no, so it's gonna be like 9 or 10, somewhere in that area. You have to forgive me on that one. I'm not really too sure about that one. That one's a little
Think about
fuzzy.
Phil Jackson.
Yeah, Phil. Yeah, Phil, Red. Those are the goats and all this stuff like that. But Kerr's he's climbing though, as far as
He is.
overall rings. Because you stole overall rings, I believe in Phil. I think he's got 13 or something like that.
Yeah, he got 2 from the Knicks. Playing.
Yeah. So it's like he got extra rings too.
But who Bill Russell? He got more than Phil, if I'm not mistaken.
Because he was getting them as like player coaches too.
Not to get off track, but right. Hey, we still talking about the Celtics, so so this next game, what I think I'm going to see is, for starters, a dominant Al Horford for starters, but I don't know. I'm saying a dominant Al Horford and Marcus Smart, because when you really think about it, it's them two that got to be on. If you really think about it.
Well, I had put him as an X.
And I ain't trying to get back to the comparison, but it just dawned on me. I'm thinking about other wins that they have.
They are definitely X factors.
And it seemed like they be the main two. Because I think we talked about Tatum and what he's been doing, but I think Brown game was solid 1 and 2.
Yeah, he was like I said, he didn't put up the same point production, but you gotta admit that's because Tatum had the ball more. That's why he didn't get into the 20s as well. But other guys, like I said, Derek White, he missed shots. Horford non-factor, Smart non-factor, Williams even kind of a non-factor. But he's been battling through injuries since the wall, since before the wall. So he's been injured, but he's been thugging it out. And honestly, I salute him for even coming out there. But yeah, man, on Warrior side, Wiggins and Poole. On the Celtics side, Horford and Smart. That's where I was at with it coming into the series. Whoever outperforms the other is kind of like going to be the tipping point, because we kind of locked up and locked in everywhere else.
See, I like the Warriors. Even though we seen how good Boston defense has been in these whole playoffs, I like the Warriors in this particular matchup on defense just because of Draymond and Wiggins. Both of them, Draymond can hold 1 through 5, but knowing that Wiggins can get the best player on the team and Draymond can, focus on the big man and it's not a dominant big man, I like their chances on defense just because of that. But
matchups,
I'm still not sold on them if they were playing. I really wanted to see them against Phoenix. I really did.
Yeah.
I wanted to see, against a dominant big man. He ain't there yet, but it would have been good, man. It would have been good.
Yep.
But I'm sorry, I ain't mean to carry on.
Oh no, it's all right, man. It was great talking these sports with you. We're going to have to we definitely will be doing this again. But I know this is all the time that we have for this particular segment and episode of A1 Forever Sports. I'd like to thank my guest, Ernest Moore, More to Live For. Y'all check out that channel ASAP, right after this video and everything. And peace and blessings to you. Cooler than you and flyer than he. A1 Forever Sports. More to live for. More vision. We out.